Good morning and welcome back to the channel. My name is Deborah, aka the Sunsetgirlcreates, and today we will be working on our Christmas village. I got this from Paint with Diamonds. It's a very old picture. There's no artist from it. It's a very stock photo that you can get just about anywhere, and that's what we're going to be working on today. I will also be reading the article from Pretty Neat Creative, How to Boost Your Diamond Painting Progress. So let's see how we can boost it. Today I'm using my pen from Diamond Art Club. I'm using my Beadsmith, that's my double-sided sticky pad. It came from Amazon. I'm using my tray with the two handles on it and the nice thick heavy stopper. And this came from Wilson's 3D Designs. It is probably, of all the ones, I'd buy probably a dozen more of these to have these. If they had them slightly bigger, I would even go for bigger. The only thing I don't like about this is the short edges. So I wish they would put a little higher edges. They are rounded, so they do help keep them in. It just makes it a little easier without, with a little higher lid. Now this is a nice aspect of it, is it's got a nice big rounded area where your drills go in there, and they don't fall out near as bad as the other tray I was using. So for now on, for a while, this will probably be the tray I use, because I can use it intermittently in different ways. So I can hold it, I can put it down, and I kind of have a little bit more versatility with this, as well as I feel like my drills are safe because I am in a protected covering on it. So I think we're all going to be pretty good on that. And so I'm thrilled that I've got this back up and being used. And today's article will be how to boost your diamond painting progress. So let me know down below, what do you do to boost your progress? Do you do things that make it a little easier for you to get completed maybe sooner than later? Is it something that you need to really get done within that month? Say you're doing a whip it, or what are those drill-a-thons, whatever they are. You go drilling, like the check-along, okay? You go join the check-along, right? And you want to get your painting done within the 30 days that the check-along is going. You want to get your painting done in that amount of time. What can you do to boost that? What can you do to make it so you can get that done faster, be productive, but still get the same kind of feeling of process and being able to do your possible, being able to just manage your different things, right? Manage the process, being able to get through the process. Do you only have a certain limited time that you can work on your projects each week? Do you only limited? During those times, what can you do on your limited time? Because when I worked, I had very limited time to do any of this. I made it work, and I always figured out ways to make myself a little bit better, okay? And it doesn't take a lot. It really doesn't. It's as simple as practicing to multiplace if you want to learn to multiplace. You know, I still, just because I don't pick up one drill at a time and lay that drill, right? I don't just pick up one drill and lay that drill, right? I can do that. I can go through this whole thing and I can do drill by drill. I can lay my drills drill by drill, right? That's one way to be efficient. And another way of doing it is wherever your drills are going to be, if you can move your tray to where your drills are going to be, right? That's the shortest distance from here to here. So if I'm going to be putting that there, I know that's a full row of drills. I can pick them up and I go the shortest distance from start to finish, right? That's ways of being efficient. If you want to have your drills, you know, I could leave my drills right up here, where I always do, a lot of times, and I can grab them and I can drill, right? And I can do the multi-placing, grab the drills and multi-place them down, right? I can still do that. But I'm going to be more efficient if I have my drill tray right next to where I'm drilling, okay? And so just that little extra time saved going from one to another, going from here to here versus here to here, you got a lot shorter distance to go. So that's why I like to hold my trays when I can, okay? Is because I can be more efficient and I can get more done in a timely fashion, okay? And that's part of it, you know? And I know a lot of us like to just lay our trays down and enjoy the process. And I do a lot of times. I don't hold my tray a lot of times. I don't have to. But if I want to be efficient, that's one way I can sure cut down the time I'm using to diamond paint, right? And instead of flipping my pin all the time, going from multi-placer to single placer, I can just do it all with the multi-placer. And I can continuously drop drills, okay? And see how fast that can be? You can be pretty efficient by just doing one drill at a time, okay? It's not rocket science. That's what my dad used to tell me when I try to make something complicated out of something very simple. My dad would tell me, "Remember, it's not rocket science you're doing." And then I just calm down and it doesn't become such a stressor on me and I can figure it out. And those are the tips. That's my biggest tip. To speed up any of your progress when it comes to diamond painting, whether you're doing it as a single place or if you're placing your drills one at a time, whatever it may be, right? Whatever it may be. And so it's just a matter of keep going at it, right? And another good thing, another big thing is to do, especially if you're going to be multi-placing, right? Is to make sure your tray has nice straight lines. So all I have to do is bring my multi-placer across here, drag it and drop it and pick up and go. And that can be how fast it can go. That's seriously how fast you can do this. It's that simple, right? And if you keep your drill close to where you're drilling, you're not going to be pulling away and going too far away to be able to find your drills. Okay? So those are my two big tips. Now let's see what Pretty Neat Creative has to say about it. And let me take a quick drink before we get started. Okay. So, which size diamond painting is the biggest one you've ever worked on? How long does it take you to finish? Weeks? Months? Or even years? I don't think I'd want to be working on a diamond painting for years, though. Right? Because then I would not feel like I was getting anything accomplished. Really, I have to think about it of how long do I think it's going to take me. If it's anything less than 60 by 80, I can usually do it in a month. Okay? That's pretty common for me. Bigger than that can take me maybe 6-7 weeks. But nothing more than that. Unless one sits on my table in my office. My drafting table holds a diamond painting right now that's been out there for probably a good 6 months, if not a full year in itself. So, I have to, if I ever want to get that done, keeping it in my office is not an efficient way to do it. Now, I used to have a weekly call with my mother and my sister every Sunday, and I would sit and work on that painting religiously on my Sundays when I was on my phone call. And I would spend probably most of my Sundays in the office working on diamond painting or whatever crafting that I want to prepare for. And so I don't want to have a painting just sit there and not get done. I'd rather it be being actively worked on than to just be sitting there getting nothing done to it. That painting is over halfway done. It just needs to be finished. So I will be pulling that from that spot, and I will be fixing a way to do the bigger ones in here, because I have like 5 huge ones. That is the first of 5. I have inspiration on Spring Mountain. I have the Valentina. That's probably going to be that one's going to be our Valentine's Day. So that'll probably come out just after Christmas is over. Because I want to have that one ready for Valentine's Day this next year. And that's, so think about those. Let me know in the comments below as we're sitting here talking and we're talking about ways to either prepare to start or be ready to start, or what do you got to do to boost your progress, make it a little faster. Can you instead of getting your painting done in 4 weeks, can you do it in 3? Try little things like that. Do you need to spend a certain amount every day to get it done during that time period? Those are the things. Think about that. So while we're going over this article and we're talking, let me know in the comments below what you're thinking of. What is your trick to be more efficient and boost your speed a little bit? Because it's not see how fast we can get the diamond paintings done so you can do another one. That's not fun either. So you have to remember there's got to be an even keel between the two. A little bit of speed and a little bit of fun, right? Because I don't want to miss out on the process. I do want to get them done faster, but I don't want to give up my progress. I don't want to give up the feeling I feel when I'm done. And I put all this work into it. And I put a month worth of work into laying all these diamonds down. I want to have it come back and just blow me out of the water, right? And that's what they usually do. I never get tired of looking at my diamond paintings. I honestly have better artwork on my walls now than I've had for years. And I'm an artist, okay? I'm an artist. I do all kinds of art. I love to do art. And I never had my walls with such beautiful artwork on them before. Because I couldn't afford them. I can't afford to go out and buy a Chuck Pinson painting. Come on. Do I look like I'm rich? If I was, I'd have every diamond painting of Chuck Pinson's I could ever get my hands on. And that just goes to show that I'm not that rich person. I do know that once my Social Security is completely done, I will be buying up all of the Chuck Pinsons that I don't have. So, how long does it take you? Okay, which size diamond painting is the biggest one you've ever worked on? And how long does it take you to finish? Weeks? Months? Or maybe even years? I don't know. Let me know. What is the longest it's taking you to complete one diamond painting? Okay? I think mine is about, well, let me see. The jackalope sat on my table in the office. The jackalope is the only one that's been completed otherwise in the office. It's the only one that has. And then the treehouse went down there. Jackalope took me over a year to finish because it was in there. And the treehouse is doing the same. If they're out here, they get done pretty quickly, right? Because it's something I'm working on every day. I'm checking it. I'm playing with it. I'm laying a drill here or there. Even if I just do it in the evenings when I'm watching TV and I sit here and do something else in the meantime during the day, like knit, crochet. There's all kinds of things that can keep me busy, right? And so I have to remember that I have to kind of make sure that all my crafts get touched each week. And that's really what the goal is, and the ultimate is to make sure that all my crafts get touched at least once a week. That means cross stitches, that means silhouette work, that means diamond painting, knitting, crocheting, or anything else, drawing, anything that I decide that I want to do. I need to be able to make sure that everything that's being done gets a little bit touched each day. And even if it's not each day, but each week. So at least they each get something done to them. And it makes me happy to do that. That's the way I prefer. It gets me so I have goals to put together. I have things to accomplish other than just sitting here watching TV all day. I would never be able to accomplish that. I would go stark raving crazy and be put into the loony bin for that one. Giving me nothing to do is not the best thing. My husband didn't understand at first. And I bought all the crafts that I do, and I have everything that I have in the house, and it's a heavy investment. What I have in my house is a very heavy investment, because I have not investments in a financial way, but throughout the years I've bought and built what I have for crafts now, and it's not something that comes overnight. What I have in my office, that whole room in there, is not something that happens overnight. I can guarantee you that. It's happened all within the last 11 years of being in Florida. Because I didn't hardly have any crafts when I came out from California. Because I was very limited in what I could bring out and what I couldn't. So I had to sell a lot before I moved out here. And I had gone through a phase where I wasn't really doing many crafts. And I found out why. Other than knitting and crocheting, and since then I've realized, and I've learned to go around the different seasons here in Florida. So, like when it's the hottest during June, July, and August, usually July, August, and September really are our hottest months, and so during those months I kind of tend to work on smaller projects, and like knitting and crocheting, because I don't want a heavy sweater on me while I'm in the middle of summer at 90 degrees outside and 80% humidity, right? That's like sitting out there in 110 degree weather and knitting on a sweater. Same difference, right? So during different times of year, depends on what I'm working on, various different crafts and what kind. And the nice thing about having what I have is that I have that ability to do it when I want to. And if I don't want to, I don't have to, right? And that's kind of the bonus of running your own show, because you can make up the rules as you go. So if I don't want to work on something today, I don't have to work on it today. I can work on it tomorrow, Now, right now, when I get limited by the doctor, it can be different. But on the most part, that's how my routine goes, is what do I want to work on today? Well, I want to work on diamond painting, but I also want to work on my sweater, and I also want to work on my hats. So what am I going to do? Okay, well, I'm going to work on a hat part of the time, diamond paint part of the time, and I'm going to knit part of the time. But that's the benefits, is I get that benefit to do that, right? And my projects sometimes go longer than expected, because it's not the only thing. I'm not going to pick up a sweater and that's all I'm going to work on is a sweater, right? Don't get me wrong, I love the color work, and it's kind of really hard not to put the color work down right now, because I just want to play with my hands in the yarn and play with that sweater, and I can't wait till it's done. Sweater does take a while to do. So, and when you see diamond painting experts share that they finished their 80 by 100 in 3 months only, do you wonder how they can and why you are so slow? I did wonder that for a long time. It was like, how are these people getting these diamond paintings done? The one that gets me is, she does it even faster than I do, is Mrs. Crochet and Coffee. She can do one of these huge diamond paintings in 2 weeks. She's an animal when it comes to diamond painting. She's so fun to watch, though, and I love her stories. Miss Crochet and Coffee is probably the one, that and Stitcherista. Those are the two that are go-tos for me. And I got to catch up on Starista because I'm a couple months behind on her right now. I've been not watching so much YouTube lately. I've been really like watching my Disney Channel and stuff, so I haven't been as tuned into YouTube as I usually am, because YouTube is gone from the time I get up until my husband gets up, and that's usually about a 5-hour difference. We sleep opposites. Works perfect with what we do because it gives me my time to myself. It gives him his time to himself at night. And then we have our time together so that we're not killing each other, because we live in the same house and neither one of us work. And so we're both retired and we don't want to kill each other. So what do? Well, it works for us because we're not up each other's all the time, right? Because I get my time to do what I want. I can film my videos, I can do my diamond painting, I can watch Once Upon a Time, or I can watch any movie I want on Disney Channel. And so it's really what works for us. So in the mornings, I'm up by myself till about 11 o'clock, between 11 and noon. And then he gets up, and then I go to bed between 8 and 8:30 usually. And then he asks until he goes to bed, which is usually about the time I get up. And so it works great for us. We don't kill each other. We're home under each other's all the time. So it works fine for us. And parallel play works a lot too. So if any, here we get all tips for you to boost your work in progress like an expert. But I'm now already an expert. Then we bet these tricks below will wow you. So whether you're a brand new diamond painter or you've been doing diamond painting for years, you're skilled at it. You can lay down drills. You can get the diamond paintings done pretty fast. You've become efficient with it. You can call yourself an expert, right? I mean, if you think you're an expert, then you're an expert. I mean, it's not me to tell you whether you're an expert at diamond painting or not, right? I will never be the best expert. Never. There's always going to be something I can learn, right? And so that's the big thing. What can we learn? Even though we want to consider ourselves, quote, experts, what more can we learn? So, make a perfect preparation before you start. So before you lay down one drill, make sure you have everything that you need to drill. Okay? That's what it means. So set up your corner. So I have my own little corner in my own little world here in my living room that I live and breathe in. And it's my craft corner. So my whole setup is set up so that when I sit here and watch TV, or I sit here anytime during the day, I just lost my spot. I had one little one right over here somewhere. I was going to put it on it. See, sometimes I lose track. So let's just put it over here. Okay? So, set up your corner. We see that many painters don't even have their diamond painting corner and everything when they work. So, let me reread that, okay? We see that many painters don't even have their diamond painting corner and every area when they work. We see that many painters don't even have their diamond painting corners and even when they work, they go around their home to gather canvas, beads, and tools. So if you don't have everything, and that was misread, so I had to read the whole thing in order to understand it. So there was a couple words maybe put in wrong that didn't make sense, okay? So it's definitely a time killer. So when you sit down to do your craft, do you have everything you need, right? So what I'm going to do right now is I am going to pull you off the tripod for 1 minute, and I'm going to show you how my setup is when I sit here and I'm working, okay? Because this is going to give you an idea of how I set up my little corner of the world, okay? So be careful with me just a minute. It will be a quick jolt. I will be careful. There we go. See? So sitting next to me on the table part of my couch is my drills. So I have a little table right there on my couch that holds my drills. My drill tray can sit there and everything is safe, okay? Then I have my painting setup, okay? It's just a little lap desk that sits on my lap. My iPad sits there for us to read. And here's my little corner. And I'm going to try to do this without the light hitting it too bad. So I have one of those 3 trays that sits there. And then I have a bookcase that sits here, okay? So everything I need to be able to do my crafting at any given time is all right in front of me. And that's part of it, is to make sure that you've got everything set up and prepped properly. Okay, we're back in our tripod now. There we go. See how easy that was? I'll just kind of adjust you up a little bit so you can still see what I'm working on. Okay, there we go. And we're going to let go. There we go. Okay, so it's simple. But if I didn't have my corner set up the way I have it, then I wouldn't be able to work efficiently. Okay? So anything that I need to have at any given time when I'm diamond painting is here. Or if I take it when we go sit outside, I take it outside with me. It all goes with me. I've shown you my little pink box that I carry all my diamond painting tools in. And they're there. And I carry that. And then I take my drills. And when I have the suitcases, drills, the little drill trays that have this, that's like a little suitcase, I just keep all the tools in the suitcase. Because I'm always just working on, I might have multiple knitting patterns. I might have multiple crochet patterns, multiple cross stitches. I may have multiples of anything I'm doing out and about, right? Of projects. But I only work on one diamond painting at a time. All my other projects go around the diamond painting. Not to say that diamond painting is the only thing I do, because I finish a lot of things. I get a lot of finished objects. I get a lot of finished done. And so what we're going to do is I'm just going to sit here and diamond paint a little bit more, and we're going to continue reading our story, okay? So it's definitely a time killer. If you want to speed up your work in progress, you had better set up your diamond painting corner first, okay? So make sure you have everything you need first, like we just went over, right? Well-organized tools and gadgets you need there. Okay. Organize all tools and gadgets you need there. And when you start your project, just sit down and everything you need is around your arm's reach. Okay? So, as long as you've got it to where you can get to it, right? That's the point. That's part of handling it. So if you need something, you can reach to get it, or you can just, you don't have to get up and move around the house to try to find something, because you have your tools scattered all over. And therefore, why I only do diamond painting here in the living room now is so that I don't have them scattered all over. And I still have one on the drafting table. It still sits there. It will get finished. It will come off next. Will be next in line to be finished. I had to have the Christmas one done first, though. Okay? So, don't let tiny things bother you. If you wear a long sleeve shirt, roll your sleeves up. If you have a smooth, silky hair, put it in a ponytail. Otherwise, these tiny fibers and hair will stick to your glue on your canvas. And it does. Trust me. I can't put my hair up because I get bad headaches from it. So I just have to work with what I've got. I'm going to grab a drink real quick. So I just work with what I have, the tools that I have available. And that works fine. Okay? You just have to make sure you've got it set up that makes it work for you. Because what works for me may not work for you, right? Stay focused on your canvas. The sound from neighbors or vehicles outside may distract you. Increasing your attention by listening to your favorite song. Time flies so quickly when you focus on your diamond painting only. Your playlist will end with a big selection finished. With a big section finished, right? So once you're done with your music, I usually have the TV on or music on, or even listen to a book, right? I like to listen to books too. I have a bunch of Audible books. So, excuse me. Organize your beads. The biggest time saver for me is having my beads organized. Easy for me to grab and go. Look at my number, pick up my beads, put them in the tray, start drilling. That's how that goes. I'll be right back. Hold on. Okay, back. Sorry, I had a little frog in my throat, and needed to get it out real quick. I found a drill that shouldn't be there. Let's just drop it there out of the way. Okay, so organize your beads. The last step for your perfect preparation and a smooth work in progress then must be your bead storage. We can't find any diamond painting expert who doesn't own a well-organized bead corner. Containing your beads in transparent boxes with DMC stickers not only makes your working place look more neatly, but also prevents from dropping and losing them. So, if you keep your beads organized and your space clean, and you have everything you need to be working on your project from start to finish, then you'll be able to sit down and smoothly work on your beads or on your diamond painting. A lot of people have special spots in their house where they diamond paint. I'm no exception. I like to diamond paint either in my living room or when I'm sitting outside, enjoying the nice air outside, because now is our nice time of the year. Where we get the 70s and 80s, and it just turns out to be gorgeous weather. And it's just great to go sit outside, especially in the mornings. And so I will probably be moving outside here shortly. And I'll just listen to a book outside while I diamond paint. And it's just nice. Or I'll just open the front door and leave my front door wide open and get some fresh air in my house. That's the perfect time of year to do it. We've now turned off our air conditioner, and it won't go on unless it gets too hot. Now, I'm not saying we don't turn it on, but we try to keep it down because we spend a lot of time outside, so we don't want to have too much air moving in our house and not be able to enjoy the nice air outside. My husband and I are very much outdoor people. If we could spend all our time sitting on our porch, we probably would do that. That would probably be what we do all of our lives, was to spend the rest of our lives on our porch. And we don't really have a porch. What we did is we've got a carport, right? And I converted my carport into a place I can sit and enjoy the nice area outside. I have a nice sidewalk. I don't have to worry about grass. If it does rain, we are covered under the sun. So it's one of those things. It just tries to figure out what's the best way and what works for you, right? And so that's what I do. we spend a lot of time outside. And so when we are outside, we listen to a lot of music and just enjoy life, right? Because what's life if you can't enjoy it? That's kind of what I'm thinking. And so I'm just see what's next, okay? So all tips and tricks for a speedy work in progress. So what is something that makes it speedy? What do you do? Really? Yeah, I've told you some of my tricks. What are some of your tricks? Because I'd like to learn any tricks I can learn. If you've got some, bring them on. Let's learn some tricks. Tricks and treats, right? Because that's the time of year it is, trickers or treaters. We've decided we will not open our doors for trick-or-treaters this year. The threat of coronavirus is still too risky for us. So we will not be opening to trick-or-treaters. I will have my curtains open probably to where I can see them, but I will not open my doors. My health is not something that can handle having coronavirus possibly jump into my life right now. With emphysema, I cannot even take the chance. I'm waiting for the boosters to be a little easier to get to. I'm probably going to go to Walmart and look on Walmart.com and see if I can get the booster. And because of my medical conditions, I qualify for the first round because it is a medical necessity for me to be safe because my lungs don't have the proper capacity to handle getting corona. Now we have been vaccinated. We spend most of our time in our driveway. We'll go pick up something and kind of have lunch there. Once in a while, we will go to see our friends at Applebee's. It is somewhere we go on a regular basis. My husband can have 2 drinks, and I can have some mozzarella sticks, and it costs us less than $10. Or, because if you go to Applebee's and you sit at the bar, and I don't drink alcohol right now. I quit drinking alcohol because alcohol just doesn't help my fibro very much, and it just kind of makes it worse. So I choose not to, and I choose not to. So, all tips and tricks for speedy work in progress. Use a larger tray. You're working on your project and the beads in your tray immediately run out. You have to stop for a while to refill. It's okay one time, but if it repeats, bet you would be disturbed. A large tray must be the best solution to this condition. No need for repeatedly pouring beads into the tray anymore, and improve your speed of your project as well. So, use a little tray or a big tray, right? Do I want to use this tray and hold my drills? Oops, sorry. Juggle-thon. Or do you want to use this tray? Which tray do you want? Look at him. I'm going to hold way more beads in this one, right? So I don't use this one. I'll use this one if I'm doing a lot of confetti. And I know that I don't have many beads to be held. And then I'll do that. But when I have a big amount of multi-placing, which I did, and as you can see, throughout this video, we've done most of the multi-placing of this percent. It's almost done. I have a few here and a few over here to finish, and that color's done. See how fast that can go? Just in the time that we've been on the video for 30 minutes. I've done one color almost completely, right? A large tray must be the best solution to this condition. No need to repeatedly pour beads in the tray anymore, and improve the speed of your project as well. And you can get trays all over the place. Over on Etsy, you can get different size trays. They now have the great big huge ones. So if you like have a whole bunch of black you're working on or a whole bunch of white in your background, you have something that you can put it in a great big tray, and you can just leave your blacks there. When you get to it, you put your blacks in, and then you do the rest and use other trays for the rest. That's one way to do it. That's a good way to do it when you have a lot of multi-placing to do. When you have a big area that allows you to put a bunch in the same spot, you should be able to do that, right? So, keep your tray in your reach. It's a tip we learned from our experts. When working, you have to keep your tray as close as possible to your arm's reach. If you let it go out too far, you have to spend more time moving your arms between the tray and the canvas. And we're sure nobody wants to waste their time to just move. Like I said, we want to put our tray close to where we're working. This is my biggest tip. If I were to have you do anything, would be to hold your tray so it's as close to the section that you're trying to drill as possible. You don't want to move and keep moving when you're drilling. You just want to be able to go quick, short movements. That's what it's all about. The shorter the movements, the better. If you can go short, you can go fast. See? I can pop those down there. See how quick that goes from the tray to the... And that's one too many. Let me go ahead and drop that one down real quick. And then you can drop your drills, right? Drop them right there. And there they go. They're all set up, right? Unless you put them in the wrong spot. And every once in a while you might have to do a quick adjustment. But that's about it, right? That's how quick you can lay drills and lay them down. This section is highly confetti. It has been being worked on for 3 days now. It has to get done. I can't do it much longer without going crazy. And here we go. So, see how fast those go when you keep your tray? I could put my tray, okay, so let's do an example, okay? Watch, let me pick that one back up because it did not go where it was supposed to go in the first place. Okay, here we go. So, I'm going to put this here, and I'm going to put this here, and I'm going to grab another one, okay? Now, if I have my tray way over here, and I have to reach all the way over here to bring it over here, then I'm not being efficient, right? My tray's over there, but I'm laying over here. I'll leave my tray over here so I can move over here, right? I'm not doing anything efficiently. I can't even grab my diamond because I'm not efficient at it, right? It's being annoying. Okay? And then you put it, right? Another tip I've done, and a lot of times I'll find one somewhere in the canvas that I need to do, right? And oh my God, I missed one. There's one right there. See, I keep my finger next to it because I know that I'm going to be quickly putting it there, and I won't have to spend my time looking for it because I know that's there. And so it's just little tips and tricks like that can help you, okay? Work with multiple sticky pens. Working with an ordinary pen, you can only stick one diamond at a time. A newbie may see it normal, but there's no expert that works this way. Instead, they use a multi-sticking pen to get their speed 3 times faster. Okay, they call it a sticky pen, but it's actually diamond painting pen, right? And if you have a multi-placer on it, you can place faster. This one's 7, so I can place 7 stitches. I can put 7 drills down at the same time versus putting 1 drill down 7 times, right? I can go here, put a drill down, grab another drill, put another drill down, grab another drill, and put another drill down, right? And I think I'm done with the percents, so I'm going to do a quick scan real quick. But that's a good way to speed up your time, right? Time is money. Money is time. If you're like me, you're retired or on disability, you have the time to just sit here and enjoy it and do it as often as you want, take as long as you want, then you can do that. It's perfectly, it's your painting. You can do it any way you want. If you want to take one painting and take a year to do it, then that's your prerogative, right? I get bored too quick if I don't have something to keep me busy. And so this is a good thing to keep me busy. I keep working, moving, and I always have something to come back in next, right? So, find your most suitable position. We have left-handed, right-handed, even ambidextrous people, and each one has its own advantage. If you start your project at your disadvantaged position, it seems impossible for you to finish it quickly and beautifully. So the starting point is also an important element for a super fast work in progress. Cannot locate your most suitable starting point? Then they've got an idea of here's the information you need, and they actually have an article on that. So we'll go to that next time. Let's see, where are we at now? Okay. Avoid your pain. Okay, pain. Does anybody know anything about pain? A lot of us live with it, right? Especially if you're somebody like me that lives with fibromyalgia is a very painful thing. I swear to God, I never doubted people were in pain. I just never understood how your body could just break down like that, right? How can your body just quit working on you? It does. Believe it or not, your body will quit working on you if you're not careful. So, spending time on diamond painting means that you have to sit for a long time. And you may face some hateful neck, back, or elbow pains. It will affect your work in progress, of course. How can you diamond paint with pain? Nevertheless, you have nothing to worry about. We have a whole article just for you on how to stay healthy during diamond painting. And we've already read that, right? So we know the tricks to staying healthy. Get up every hour. Take a break. Get up and walk around. Then come sit back down. It doesn't hurt to spend 5 minutes walking around and not being near your painting, right? Because I'm just as bad as you are. I don't want to get up. I could sit here for hours and just diamond paint and never do another thing. If you're like me, it is addicting. So, conclusion. Although we use all tips and tricks above to boost our progress, please remember that diamond painting is a taking time craft. No matter what you do to speed it up, it's always going to take you time to put it in. So don't think that you're going to be able to sit down and do it in a week and that's all that's going to be done and you're never going to, it's going to go that quick. It doesn't. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much multiplexing you do. You still, it's always going to be one of those things that is going to take time, and that's one of the reasons we do it. It's because it takes time. It does bring in a lot of meditative factors that allow us to relax, right? So, we can fulfill a big canvas with thousands of small pieces in the blink of an eye. Just stay patient with your project, enjoy your work in progress, and usually update their blog to read more useful audience. So check their blog recently and see if there's any new fun articles to read. So with that said, I think we've gotten a lot accomplished today, huh? And, it takes time. You can't expect it to all work perfect all the time, right? It is what it is. So enjoy the process. If you don't enjoy the process, then you need to find a different hobby. Because part of being a hobby is that you enjoy the process you go through to get that hobby done. So find a hobby that makes you happy. And if you're happy, the rest of the world will be happy, right? At least in your own little world. Your family will be happy because you're happy. I'm telling you, my husband would much rather me do a diamond painting and watch TV with them in a parallel plate kind of thing than for me to sit here, stare at the TV, and in 30 minutes drive him crazy because I'm going bored. I can't even hardly get through if I have something in front of me, I can get through a movie. I can get through a show. But I can't just do it without it. So those are things you need to keep in mind. So with that said, I want to thank you all for coming. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them in the comments below. Let me know some of your tips for speeding up, or what do you do to enjoy your craft more. It doesn't matter that you may not get it done any faster, but what do you do so that you enjoy it? Where do you have your spot set up in your house? Do you have a spot in your house? Really, let me know what I'd love to hear, and I'm sure everybody else in the channel would love to hear your tips and tricks for enjoying the process and being able to get it done sooner than a year. So with that said, if you like this video, a thumbs up would be great. If you don't, a thumbs down is fine. Just let us know in the comments below why. If you want to be part of the Sunset Girl Creates family, we would love to have you part of it. We currently have 16 subscribers, and we're working on building it. It's a craft for me. It's really just a main hobby for me. So if you get to the video, you get to it. That's how I feel, right? But I would love to hear your thoughts on it. If you want to be part of this family, just hit the subscribe button. Right next to it is a little bell icon that will let you know every time I upload a video. So if you want to be part of that fun trip of being able to upload that video, enjoy it, enjoy life, let's go. So with that said, I want to thank you all for coming and wishing you a happy Tuesday. Next Tuesday, we'll be back with Cross Stitch Tuesday. This week is the last week. I'm waiting to talk to the doctor today. Once I speak to her, then we'll be able to get back to regular duties. And so let's move on. Tomorrow is Silhouette Day. And as I said, we've got silhouette cut now, so we'll all be ready to go for tomorrow. And then Thursday is our regular scheduled diamond paint with me. And then Friday is our standard come knit and crochet with me. Enjoy the process. Let's have some fun while we all complete a project, okay? So with that said, I want to thank you all for coming and wishing you a very, very, very happy day and wishing you a happy week. Bye-bye.